So, here we are, staring down at the ruins of a nation that's been gutted and sold off piece by piece, left with nothing but empty slogans and broken promises. The Democrats, with their slick speeches and hollow rhetoric, stood by and watched the oligarchy rise. Hell, they helped build it. They kissed the rings of the billionaire class and took the checks and convinced themselves that compromise was just another word for progress. Meanwhile, the GOP spent the last century proving one thing: they were never the party of the people, and they never intended to be. They're the party of wealth, of exploitation, of selling out the working man while draping themselves in the flag and shouting about freedom. And what do we have to show for it? An economy that works for the few, a government that bends over backwards for corporations, and a political system that's so rotten. The best they can offer us is a revolving door of the same old faces spouting the same old lies. The Democrats promised change, but instead they gave us Wall Street approved centrism, a corporate friendly pat on the head, and a shrug when things got tough. The GOP, they didn't even pretend to care. They just shoved the knife in deeper and told us to work harder. Trump was never the solution. He was the logical end result. A walking, talking middle finger to the system, except the joke was on all of us, because behind the bravado and the red hats, he was just another grifter running the same old Republican con. Cut taxes for the rich, deregulate everything, and cut and gut labor protections while blaming immigrants and the radical left for the fallout. He didn't drain the swamp. He built a luxury hotel there and charged working people for the privilege of drowning it. So let's be clear. This isn't about Trump. This is about a system that's been rigged from the start. The Democrats let it happen, the Republicans perfected it, and the working class, we got left behind, stuck in an endless cycle of being told to work and vote harder while our wages stagnated, our healthcare disappeared, and our futures evaporated. So where do we go from here? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The easy answer is to hope that somehow someone in Washington will wake up and decide to actually fight for the people. But let's not kid ourselves. Hope isn't a luxury we can afford anymore. Real change doesn't come from waiting. It doesn't come from slogans or speeches or election year promises. It comes from pressure, from holding every politician accountable, red or blue, until they remember who they work for. It comes from organizing, from demanding more, and from refusing to accept the scraps they throw our way. Because the truth is, they're going to keep selling us out until we make it impossible for them to do so. The oligarchy isn't some looming threat. It's not on the horizon. It's here. And unless we're willing to stand up, call it what it is, and tear it down brick by fucking brick, we are just another mark in the long con. So stay angry, stay loud, and remember, nobody's coming to save us. We either fight or we get buried. And I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. If this hit a nerve, good. Now do something about it. Like, comment, subscribe, hell, share it with someone who still thinks voting blue no matter who is the answer. Send it to your MAGA sibling who thinks Trump is some messianic figure rather than a golden calf. Get loud, stay engaged, and don't let them lull you back to sleep. Eyes open, voices loud.